From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for The Debate.
Good evening, my name is Niranjan and I'm filling in for Arnab Goswami, who will be back on The Debate soon. This morning, the CBI arrested West Bengal ministers Subrata Mukherjee, Firhad Hakim, ruling Trinamool Congress MLA Madan Mitra, former Kolkata Mayor Shravan Chatterjee in connection with the 2016 Narada Sting operation case. They've all been granted bail a little after 7 p.m. this evening, almost 9 hours later, in what has been a very dramatic day of developments in Kolkata. That's debate number one. Tonight, on the show, the face-off between the Trinamool Congress and the CBI, 4 top leaders arrested and then granted bail. And at 10 p.m. we have a special broadcast keeping our focus on Cyclone Tauktae, expected to make landfall. The process of landfall has begun. We will have joint coverage with SkyMet. That's at 10 p.m. And at 10:30 p.m. reports from the heart of India. We continue with our dedicated COVID broadcast that's coming up as well tonight. And here are the headlines. 3 top Trinamool Congress leaders, ex-TMC mayor granted bail 9 hours after CBI arrests in the Narada case. Trinamool Congress alleging post-poll vendetta, Mamata Banerjee daring the CBI to arrest her with a 6-hour protest inside the CBI office. Cyclone Tauktae leaving a trail of destruction. 17 cyclone-related deaths reported in Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra. Forces lead operations. Navy swings into rescue. 180 Army teams on standby. 16 Indian Air Force aircraft in a state of readiness. Some good news for India. Lowest daily spike since the 20th of April. India has registered 2.8 lakh cases in a 24-hour period. The positivity rate also dropping to 18.7%. And top Bengal editor, anchor, journalist Anjan Bandyopadhyay succumbs to post-COVID-19 complications at the age of 56. Well, 5 years after the Narada tapes first came to light, the scam has rocked Bengal politics once again. 3 top Trinamool Congress leaders and a former Trinamool Congress mayor arrested by the CBI on allegations of accepting bribes and then granted bail 9 hours later. Here's what happened through the day and then we debate.
Around 9:35 a.m., TMC Minister Firhad Hakim walked into the CBI office in Kolkata's Nizam Palace. TMC Minister Madan Mitra, TMC MLA Subrata Mukherjee and ex-TMC Mayor Shravan Chatterjee were also in CBI custody in connection with 2016 Narada Sting tape. What followed was a series of dramatic escalation. Within an hour of the formal arrest, a little after 10:50 a.m., Mamata Banerjee arrived at the CBI office. She camped at the CBI office for 6 hours, daring the CBI to arrest her too. Meanwhile, outside the CBI office, protests got out of hand. Stones were pelted and bottles were hurled at the forces guarding the CBI office. And TMC fumed as their top leaders were arrested without the sanction of the speaker.
कोलकाता हाई कोर्ट ने पूछा जिस आप स्पीकर से जाके उनका सैंक्शन के लिए दरखास्त किया, लोग कुछ नहीं हुआ, चुप करके रहा.
Towards the evening, the drama was headed for an anticlimax. Mamta Banerjee left the CBI office after 6 hours of protest. And 4 arrested leaders were granted bail.
सीएम ममता बनर्जी भी आ चुके थे इधर और उसने यहाँ पर रुका लगभग 6 घंटे। 6 घंटे के बाद बिना कुछ कहे सपोर्टर को भी और रिपोर्टर लोगों को भी वो बिना कुछ कहे और निकल चुके थे उसके जो नमन्नो हैं नमन्नो की ओर। उसके बाद हम लोगों ने देखा कि थोड़ी देर पहले जो 4 लोग थी जिनको अरेस्ट किया गया था सीबीआई की ओर से, उन लोगों को बेल मिल चुकी है।
The TMC has alleged selective targeting by central agency.
Suvendu Adhikari and Mukul Rai have not been arrested. Those who are in the BJP, they will remain under the shelter. They will be having an umbrella. Governor and the CBI has been turned into a bloodsucker now.
So were the arrests politically motivated, or was the issue blown out of proportion? Let's debate.
And joining us on the TMC versus CBI debate this evening, China NC spokesperson of the BJP, MR Venkatesh, political analyst, lawyer, Professor PK Basu, economist and author, Asia Reborn, Ishkaran Bhandari, lawyer, Ranjan Bhattacharya, political analyst, Anirban Banerjee, political analyst, Subir Bhowmik, senior journalist. But I'd like to start this evening with Professor Saugata Roy, senior leader and parliamentarian in the Lok Sabha from the Trinamool Congress, former union minister. Thank you, Professor Roy, for taking our questions this evening on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Professor Roy, you were among the 10 Trinamool Congress leaders summoned by the CBI for voice sample tests in September 2019. Is your concern this evening, therefore, with the action by the CBI that more names could be coming out?
No, that is none of our concern. You saw the ham-handed manner in which CBI arrested some of the Trinamool Congress leaders, including 2 ministers, Firhad Hakim and Subrata Mukherjee, and MLA Madan Mitra. It's a ridiculous performance by CBI, which has been called a caged parrot by the Supreme Court. Ultimately, all these people walked free, and the court totally rejected CBI's plea of keeping them in judicial custody on the ground that they were influential and they might affect the witnesses. I am not at all concerned about whether my name was there or not. If they choose to take action, let them do so. I am a political person. We are not concerned about our personal well-being. We are concerned about how democracy is being sought to be throttled by the Modi-Shah combine, how the CBI is being used as a henchman for the ruling combine. This is their way to take revenge for their pathetic defeat,
Professor Roy,
in the West Bengal assembly elections, into which Modi and Shah gave so much time, energy and money. So I totally condemn this arrest. I hail the release of bail on all these leaders. I hail the leader of TMC, Mamta Banerjee, who challenged the CBI to arrest her, which they could not. I hail the Trinamool Congress workers who protested spontaneously.
Professor Roy, that was
and I condemn
Yeah.
that in the midst of COVID, just one sec, midst of COVID, which we are fighting in Bengal, the mayor of Calcutta, another minister, they were arrested. The Modi-Shah combine want to kill the people of Bengal, taking away the key persons who are concerned with fighting COVID. This is the worst example of partisan behavior by central agencies, including the notorious CBI, it reminds me of Indira Gandhi's arrest in 1978, when she had to be let out in one day. Our leaders have achieved the same sort of halo by the ham-handed dealing by the CBI.
Now, Professor Roy, you've used a lot of phrases and terms. The CBI, you've called the CBI action today vengeful, vindictive action by the central government. But
Yes.
it was not just Trinamool Congress leader, Shovan Chatterjee was arrested as well. And you spoke about the protests, you spoke about the Trinamool cadre outside the CBI office. Do you think these protests and stone pelting outside the CBI office by TMC workers was justified? Will you say that these Trinamool Congress workers were wrong at a time when there is lockdown in Kolkata?
No, not at all. Trinamool Congress is a party which is based on emotion, and their reactions were spontaneous. We did not tell them to. In fact, Abhishek Banerjee gave a statement asking everybody to remain quiet. But we are a pack of tigers who cannot be put down. We are led by a tigress, Mamta Banerjee. And any action, show of force by the central forces, the CBI, cannot put us down.
Okay.
Let them understand that. In Bengal, BJP lost pathetically. Even them, they have no shame. Amit Shah went into hiding after the results came out. And now he has emerged by provoking the CBI to take such an action which has been rejected by the court.
Professor Roy, is it not true that the CBI has also sought permission to prosecute you, Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar, Prasun Banerjee, Aparupa Poddar, but the Lok Sabha Speaker's permission is pending? So, in that case, my question is, how is it vendetta?
I do not know.
Isn't it process being followed, procedure being followed?
No procedure is being followed. I do not know whether they have sought permission from anybody. I do not know. And I do not know if they have got or been refused the permission. And nor do I care. We are political persons ready to face any troubles. And the BJP and the central leadership of Modi Shah cannot put us down by brandishing the rotten CBI against us.
Now, all these videos, Professor Roy, that are available freely on YouTube and on the internet, I want to ask you, you've spoken about that. Now, the BJP West Bengal had posted a list of the Narada accused leaders, including the video of Mukul Roy, Shuvendu Adhikari, Shovan Chatterjee in March 2016 on social media. Now, do you think the BJP is protecting its own? I'm specifically talking about the Narada tapes. Or are they equally culpable?
No. It is obvious that CBI is acting in a partisan manner at the behest of the central leadership. Otherwise, why you had Mukul Roy and Shuvendu Adhikari arrested in this? But I tell you that BJP is a party of losers. They have lost badly, burnt their face. So what they put on the website, and it doesn't matter. The BJP people do not matter. The BJP was afraid that most of their party people who left the TMC and went to BJP would come back to TMC. That's why they took this action to prevent mass-scale desertion from the BJP.
Now, specifically, and thank you.
The BJP would be left with an empty shell.
Specifically, are you saying if there is more action coming your way, are you saying bring it on to the CBI? And are you rejecting all of these allegations also specifically made against you in Narada?
I am rejecting allegations. And I am not going to answer to any legal question on Republic TV. You know, your TV does not have a great reputation for non-partisanship.
No, I'm asking you
It
very
is
fair.
known
I've
to
given
be a
you the
spokesman.
opportunity, Shogata Roy. I'm giving you the full opportunity.
I am giving you an opportunity because you are Republic TV. You are known as a spokesperson.
No, Professor
of the
Roy, I
BJP.
think no. That's not.
Your promoter is a BJP.
No,
MP.
please. There is no. I think you should get your facts right, Professor Roy. That may not be
Rajiv
correct.
Chandrasekhar, I know him also.
No, there is absolutely no connection. I think
do
you
not
know
know.
about that. I think you may
Rajiv
not be aware of the
Chandrasekhar
facts.
is no longer with the Republic TV.
Yes, you may not be aware of the facts and
I
the
do not
developments, Professor Roy. But that's okay.
No, I do not know. I know of the TRP scam in which
And
the
you also know-
Republic TV was involved.
Professor Roy, this was not a interview about either the TRP scam
Do
or
not try
Republic
to
TV.
attack me personally.
I did
have
not.
20 points on which I can attack.
No, Professor Roy, I have not attacked you. I've actually
No,
given you all the
said
opportunity.
You are accused. What is?
No,
what
I
do
have
you
not.
mean by
I have
that?
not, sir. I have not said that anyway, Professor Roy. I have not said that.
We are discussing about arrest of some other people.
Yes.
You're saying you are accused. Why?
No, I asked you if you reject the
Republic
allegations,
TV is
Professor Roy.
accused of so many things.
Not at all, Professor Roy. I asked you if you reject the
I
allegations.
reject
That's about
the
it.
allegations outright.
Okay. Thank you for
reject
taking
the
my questions.
Allegations.
Thank you for taking my questions. Thank you for taking my
No
questions.
problem.
I'm getting the others into the debate. Shaina NC, MR Venkatesh, Professor PK Basu, Ishkaran, Ranjan Bhattacharya, Anirban Banerjee, and Subir Bhowmik. I've asked all the questions that I had to Professor Shogata Roy. But my question is let me start with Ranjan Bhattacharya. Ranjan Bhattacharya. Yeah, 1 second. Let me ask my question to Ranjan Bhattacharya first, and then you can respond to him, Shaina. You can respond to him. Now the CBI said on record that Minister Firhad Hakim was seen to have agreed for acceptance of bribe money, and then they gave out the details of allegedly bribe money of 5 lakhs on camera. Minister Subrata Mukherjee was seen to have accepted the illegal gratification of 5 lakhs. So they put the facts on record this morning. So what was the uproar about in that case if the CBI is going on record?
Well, firstly, I like to tell you, this kind of abrupt question has got no positive reply, except that I can tell you that CBI time and again have raised issues as per their convenience and without foolproof charge sheet.
Sir, the case is related to a sting
The issue is
operation.
that if
There's
they have
ample
got
evidence.
a very solid document and if they have got a genuine charges against the accused.
Obviously, there are genuine allegations. This is about illegal gratification from public servants to the tune of 5 lakhs and 4 lakhs respectively.
I think Madam Saina has got to say something at a point of time when they have come through a huge defeat in Bengal Assembly election.
This has nothing to do with an election victory or defeat. This is a long pending case and a case which is substantive in evidence. Please, sir, read the charge sheet.
And I do believe,
Please read
if you have
the
got
charge
to say
sheet. The
something,
case is
madam,
related to
you
a
are most
sting
welcome.
operation.
You are in
and you're
such a
both-
bad state today in
No, no,
entire
no,
country
no.
that you have no face to show. I don't know how
You
you
would
try
want to
defend
correlate the
your
CBI
party and the
investigation
government.
with that of the BJP, please. That is
carry
wrong
on.
to
Please
start
carry on.
with.
Please carry on.
Niranjan, please allow me first because a
No,
lot
you-
has been said and I cannot stay silent on this. This case is related to a sting operation and we all know that the Narda sting operation, which involves public servants caught on camera for receiving illegal gratification, and the sting operator as well. It is all not just substantive evidence, it is evidence enough to suggest
May I come in here,
prosecution
please?
of public
May I come
servants.
in here,
And
please? May I come
if
in
you
here, please?
have,
Madam, if
Yeah.
that is so,
may I just
that is
say,
so,
Mr. Firhad
if that is so,
Hakim, who was
why
then
did
a
CBI
minister,
took
was
5
caught
days,
accepting
from
5
5 days
lakhs.
to take action? Why did CBI
Subrata
not
Mukherjee
take action
was caught
when there was
receiving
the
5
first
lakhs. Madan
they have got
Mitra,
enough proof.
who happens to be a present MLA, was also caught receiving 5 lakhs. And Sovan Chatterjee, who was then the mayor of Kolkata, was caught receiving.
I'm wondering.
This is
I'm
not
wondering-
something that needs to be highlighted, sir.
I'm wondering that,
It's
you
when
know,
you're
you
calling
have
it
got
vendetta
all
politics.
kinds of...
How will agencies
kinds of-
work in a
Shaina, let him also
way
speak.
if you're
Okay.
trying to pass?
No, Shaina, let him also speak. Okay, you want to respond? Okay, you respond. You respond, Ranjan Bhattacharya, because you started speaking when Shaina came in. I'll give you 30 seconds and then I'll get the other panelists in.
The CBI and other, all the agencies of the central government is being used for political revenge and political vendetta. And I do believe that they do not follow the normal rule of the land, and when they are producing the accused before the legal process or judiciary, they are all the time getting a very, very bad opinion of the judges, and they cannot justify why they are
Now, can I
wasting
come in,
the
please?
exchequer of the government on these issues.
Now, can I just come in, please, very briefly?
Entire agencies. And second aspect of it, I'm telling you, if you take it as a political issue, where do the BJP stand today in Indian politics as well in Bengal politics?
Sir, why
They
are
have
you
got
getting the
a
BJP involved in a
reply
CBI
last
case?
assembly election.
The four who
I
are
don't believe
arrested
they have got
needed
any
to be
political
presented
standing.
before CBI
They
court
do not
physically.
stand
And
anywhere
there you
near
saw the
Mamata
kind
Banerjee.
of crowd
They did
coming
try
up
their
at
level
the
best by
violation
all means,
outside.
including
3 BJP
in
MLAs for
support of
protesting
your
against
media.
Mamata Banerjee
Publicly.
were held for
I'm not
COVID
going
and
to
crisis
argue on any other issue other than-
No. Let me Shaina, 1 second.
You have no guidelines.
No, Shaina, 1 second. You know, while we are talking about, the thing is, Ranjan Bhattacharya, when you speak over each other, nobody can understand, nobody can understand what either Ranjan is saying or Shaina is saying or are speaking over each other. Okay? And let me ask my question. No, 1 second. I want to ask my question to MR. MR, people will ask questions, MR. Whether they like it or not, people will ask questions, because in the same interview, and I tried asking Shugata Roy as well that question. You know, when today Matthew Samuel, the complainant in the 2016 Narada tapes case, says, I had gone and given the money to other leaders as well. And he said, I gave the money to, he said, I gave the money to Shuvendu Adhikari as well in his office. But his name is not on the list. What happened? So, can the BJP in that case evade these questions?
See, this in a matter involving CBI, to question the CBI, to question the BJP, I think is probably giving away your lack of understanding of law. CBI, whether you like it or not, whether you say it's a caged parrot or not, the fact of the matter is it has its own protocol of working. Now, they have watched up this case, and they should have taken proper precautions, and they should have done it. It is a professional misjudgment. But to blame the BJP because some officers watched up, I think it is stretching it too far. But if the BJP has to hold itself, it has people accountable. This is what people who, like me, have been repeatedly telling the BJP, that they have lost the zest to punish the culprits. Whether it is Sharda, whether it is Arda, whether it is 2G, whether it is CCP, you find all this scum of the earth starting around in the whole of the cities and giving us gyan as to political morality. We have to divert the politics from the legality. As far as the legality is concerned, it is watched up by the CBI. As far as the politics is concerned, now the fingers will turn on the BJP. If it doesn't, it ensures CBI to be a swift, professional, expressly working organization.
Yeah. Anirban, you see, yes. You see, the thing is, when the CBI is carrying out its investigation and the Chief Minister holds a 6-hour sit-in protest at the office of the CBI, now what's going on?
And is that not a violation in COVID times? In COVID times, you arrest BJP MLAs.
No, don't look at it as COVID. China, this is the shameful thing that the Chief Minister is sitting on in the CBI. As simple as that.
Yeah.
It's forget COVID. This is the most shameful thing that the officers were trying to do their duty. Very little of it was being performed. Even then, you had the chief minister who was doing this. Utterly shameful. But what I would say is that today you have learned to shine.
For legal officers to fight CBI's cases, let it not be reduced to a tamasha.
Okay, Anirban is responding.
Yeah. So the point is that the BJP has been thwarted by the Bengal people in this election, and their self-declared Chanakya, Mr. Amit Shah, as rightly Mr. Saugata Roy said, has gone into a hiding. But you know the retributive nature of Mr. Amit Shah. For him, it is very hard to digest that his predictions of 200 seats, more than 200 seats, has failed like this.
No, what does he have to do with the CBI?
I'll tell you. So therefore, many might say that this is political vendetta against TMC, but I'll tell you, no, this is vendetta against the people of Bengal at large. Because at this time, at this COVID times, if you arrest two of the important ministers and one of them being the administrator of Kolkata Municipal Corporation, the entire fight against COVID will be jeopardized. This is exactly what the BJP wants, so that the Bengalis might suffer from this COVID pandemic and they will have the retribution. That is the point. In any case, the CBI has been acting like an organization directed by the BJP itself from 2014, and it has always, in every instance, harassed the opposition leaders in the name of investigation.
No, but what's also
this particular investigation has been running from 2015 to 2017. The FIR was filed. So this is a quite old case, 4 years.
Now there is a case, right?
Niranjan, 1 minute. 1 minute. You are submitting the charge sheet today, right? So your investigation is technically complete. Then what is the need to arrest these 4 people? 2 of them are ministers. If you would have arrested them in 2018 or say 2019, we might say nothing about it. Okay, it's an investigative process, fine. But today was the day when you are submitting the charge sheet that says that you are complete, you are done with the investigation. So why are you arresting these people? The court has agreed to the argument of the defense lawyers and has granted them bail. The CBI had only one thing in mind, to act as per the command of Mr. Amit Shah and be the tool of retribution for BJP. That is all.
No, listen. No. Let me bring in Professor and author P.K. Basu. Now, when Trinamool Congress writes to the Kolkata Police, and then Subir Bhaumik can respond, when Trinamool Congress writes to the Kolkata Police Commissioner to take action against CBI officials who have arrested the Bengal ministers, claiming Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah want to malign our leaders in some way or the other as the BJP has failed to win the assembly election, what's going on? What's the connection? They've gone to the Kolkata Police Commissioner and complained about the BJP.
Well, first of all, I think it's important to understand that the CBI is an independent investigating body. It is conducting this case, and it is worth remembering that in just before the 2019 general election, the CBI wanted to arrest Rajiv Kumar, a senior police officer in Kolkata, and the sitting chief minister went on a dharna to prevent this from happening. And today she was again on a dharna. Instead of administering the state, she was on a dharna against a central investigative body that is independent of any political authority. Now, if this had been a political vendetta, I would argue that a political vendetta would have been far more successful had it occurred before the election, not after the election. So the CBI is pursuing its own timeline. It is pursuing its own timeline, and the CBI is also aware that in order to conduct investigations, in order to arrest or even take questions from political individuals who have been named in the charge sheet, is very difficult in Kolkata because, as Saugata Roy said, we are an emotional party. He says we are a party based on emotion. And emotion, therefore, justifies chaos, justifies a complete abrogation of law and order in the middle of a pandemic, where the chief minister sits on a dharna for 6 hours and gets her people to stone the offices where the CBI is conducting investigations. This is absurd. In any civilized society, such behavior is condemnable. It's shocking. The fact that we are making this sound as if it's completely normal is what is really bizarre.
Yeah, Shubir Bhawmik. Shubir, he called it emotion, but throwing, pelting stones when there's a lockdown, thousands of them gathering.
No, this was only to be expected. But the point I have a complete different take on this. The Anirban is right that if the charge sheet is being submitted today, there was actually no need to arrest them. I'm not getting into the merits of the case. It's a judicial process. Whether they have taken bribes or not has to be substantiated and proved. My point here is that CBI is no holy cow, and we exactly know what all they have been doing. And not from today, not from the days of Modi and Shah, but from the days of the Nagarwala case under Indira Gandhi. So CBI has been used, quite effectively very often by people who are in power, and they can do it, And they can also do selective targeting, as we see here in this case. Suvendu Adhikari and Mukul Rai suddenly become holy cows. Everybody else is supposed to be attacked. Sharda case, Suvendu, is accused. Mukul has been accused. Hemanta Biswa Sarma of Assam accused, but now they are all holy cows. So, but let me not get into Sharda. I think here the real game is to take public attention completely away from the colossal failure in management of COVID by creating a political crisis in Bengal. And the people in power out there in Delhi exactly know that if something like this happens, Dhankar has been creating an hype about this. Law and order failure in Bengal, making Bengal look like Kashmir. The point here is that this is a systematic build-up over the last few days, where Dhankar even warned that I am warning the government here in Bengal about what I can do, exercise of my powers. So this whole issue is to create a political crisis here. It's not sustainable in court, as we saw the CBI plea being thrown out. But the whole day, and then the debate that goes on from here is to take the attention away from the colossal failure in COVID management by this government in Delhi. And it's all accepted now across the world that the government here announced they were into chest-thumping triumphalism. They announced victory, Vijay Palia hai, and all that rubbish. And today, they are very good in diversion. And this is a very interesting diversion. So, political vendetta, this and that, well, fine. My take is, this is a very smart, attempted move to take the national attention away from the colossal failure of COVID management, bodies flowing down the Ganges and all that. And even, I have seen great supporters of these people are now turning against them. So in that situation, this is a very interesting build-up to a political crisis attempted here in Bengal. And Bengal is a favorite whipping boy for the last couple of months we have seen. Bengal,
Ishkaran wants to come in.
hota hai, ye hota hai, wo hota hai, Kashmir ban gaya, mini Pakistan ban gaya. No, wait. We have heard all these adage. And this reply will be given in due time. Yeah, I'm not bothered about political parties at all. But as a Bengali, I'm telling you, mini Pakistan ban gaya, ye ban gaya, wo ban gaya. Iska jawab ek to mil chuka hai, aur milega.
Okay.
Many more replies. But these diversionary politics is not going to get these guys anywhere.
Yeah, Shubir
They're caught with their pants down now. All this hype, all this IT cell, this is all exposed today.
Yeah, Shubir, okay, Shubir Das said his piece, but Ishkaran, you're a lawyer. The charge sheet.
You guys will give 30 minutes lecture.
Niranjan.
So, no, I want to ask him a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him a question. Ishkaran, you're a lawyer. If the charge sheet was going to be filed, the argument from the other side was the arrest warranted.
Niranjan, let me answer 3 points. On the charge sheet also I'll answer. Firstly, the governor's sanction is as per law. these 4 people allegedly accused, or the accused allegedly of a crime, were ministers at the time of commission of crime. The Supreme Court in 2004 judgment as well as 2012 judgment has been very clear. The sanction would be by the governor if you are a minister at the time of commission of the alleged offense. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 on CBI. I think CBI must introspect today. I will not mince my words, but it is a day of professional embarrassment for CBI. If you arrest in a case and you cannot get a custody for even 1 day, that is something as a professional agency they must introspect, because Supreme Court has been very clear, only arrest when it's required and you have a strong case. So there must be a deep introspection in CBI today on this issue. The third part, the role of the opposition. You cannot justify that we are an emotional party and then do violence. That is against the law. And if there were incidences of stone pelting or storming or anything, that is a violation of law. A member of parliament cannot come here and say we are an emotional party, because then you are guilty of breaking the law. Whatever action happens, that we will have to see. And the last point I would like to make here is on the charge sheet. The investigative agency can always file a supplementary charge sheet. So it is not as if we have filed a charge sheet and it's all over. You can always file a supplementary charge sheet. But as I said, it's a day for introspection for CBI, because they have to justify arrest in court. And one last line. I hope today the opposition, which keeps on making pointed barbs at the independence of judiciary, will admit we have a strong, functioning, independent judiciary. That would be a big win. I hope they unequivocally say that, because they moved impeachment motions on the Chief Justice of India. Then they object to a Chief Justice of India getting a post-retirement post. Today, at least, they would say we have a strong, functioning, independent judiciary.
Yeah. Ranjan Bhattacharya, he's got a point there.
I like to mention that the governor bypassing the assembly speaker, as per law, you cannot sanction or cannot allow the CBI.
You are wrong on law, sir.
To go without proper charge sheet and without proper legal procedure to arrest or even to question. Today in Bengal, if you go through the incident the way it has happened, when the governor has signed and have allowed the CPI to go ahead, there the assembly pro tem speaker was Mr. Subrata Mukherjee. And second, the elected speaker has also made a statement clearly.
Shaina, give him 30 seconds. Shaina, give him 30 seconds. Give him 30 seconds. I'll give him 30 seconds.
So, I'd like to tell and bring notice to this debate that the governor is not only bypassing and not only violating the normal law, he is also acting on behalf of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And
No, 1 second. Okay, Ranjan Bhattacharya, at that point, I want to ask you a question. Shaina, 1 second. I want to ask him a question. No, 1 minute. I want to ask him a question. No, quick question. No, 1 second. No,
all kinds of central forces. The Kolkata police is just standing like
Shaina,
bystanders.
I have a question for you as well. Hear me out. I have a question for you as well, Shaina, but let me ask him. There were some words used today for the governor. Okay? At the end of the day, he occupies a constitutional post, right? They called him a bloodsucker and they called him a rabid dog. The words were rabid dog and bloodsucker.
No,
right?
I'm not going to.
No, but those were the words used. Those were the words used to describe him by senior leaders.
What has the governor done?
I'm strictly going back by what has happened and what is happening. And Bengal, people of Bengal has given their verdict in election that they do not accept the kind of politics and political promises made by the Bharatiya Janata Party. They are provoking and trying to create a law and order crisis in Bengal. And I do believe the people in this COVID situation also are going to face this and will give a befitting reply to them.
Going with her supporters in COVID times, calling bricks. And where is law and order then? Nobody seems to be questioning.
But Shaina, we've asked that question.
Questioning the governor. The governor has done what he has only granted a sanction to the CBI's request to prosecute Mr. Hakim and 3 others. Now, what is wrong in that? When there is substantive proof.
There is nothing wrong, but he doesn't follow any rule. He doesn't follow the rule of the land. He doesn't follow, without...
No, Shaina, let me tell you. No, see.
Arrested on the charge of COVID, and look at this. Look at the visuals on your screen. Are you not
No. 1 second. Let me bring in Anirban. Let me bring in Anirban, and I'll ask you this question because you're representing the BJP now. Can you take a moral high ground on this issue because you spoke about sanction to prosecute? How can you take a moral high ground on this issue? Because when the former Trinamool Congress leader Mukul Roy, who's accused in the Narada sting case and also the Sarada chit fund scam, was inducted into the party, you will also remember that records will show, records will show that the Central Vigilance Commission, the records with them show the CBI had applied sanction to prosecute Shuvendu Adhikari as well in April 2019, right? Why wasn't he acted upon? Now, you spoke about sanction to prosecute, but the CBI records show that the CBI wanted to move on him as well. So can you take a moral high ground on the issue? We've spoken about the stone pelting.
The permission is to be granted by the Honorable Lok Sabha Speaker, Mr. Popela, and nobody is trying to bypass one or trying to delay anyone. The fact here that there are ghosts of corruption, this Narada probe has evidence to suggest that they have accepted on camera this kind of bribe money, and we need to ensure that justice is delivered. Have you ever heard of a chief minister going outside with her supporters in the time of COVID? On the one hand, you have one level where you say 3 BJP MLAs need to be arrested because they are jeopardizing and flouting COVID norms. Please look at the visuals on your screen and tell me, where are the COVID norms? You're jeopardizing lives of how many? And there you are trying to just digress and say, oh, it's BJP. What does BJP have to do with the CBI probe? At least give independent agencies the facility to
then Shaina, if you have nothing to do with the CBI, then why are you acting as a spokesperson for the CBI?
And the Kolkata police are just silent bystanders.
Why are you acting as a spokesperson for the CBI or even the governor in that case?
They have accepted a bribe.
The BJP leaders acted as the spokesperson of the election commission during the elections. Now you are acting as the spokesperson of the CBI. You are also trying to defend the governor. If you have nothing to do with them, why are you defending them?
To show your manpower in a time of a pandemic, I think you're jeopardizing the lives of all other Indians, and this is not acceptable. Sir, we do understand that if there is substantive evidence to show this kind of corruption, it is for the judiciary to take a call, and we are not even interjecting on a matter which is sub judice. But if you have a situation such as today, where you have hundreds of people on the streets hurling bricks, breaking public property, and disrespecting an independent agency, I think that's a huge reason to debate on this Narada probe without digressing from the fact that this was nothing but corruption. And if you are insulating corrupt ministers, it sets a very bad example in public life. Please keep BJP out of this. Let the CBI and the judiciary do its job. And let citizens understand that you have chief ministers who have been voted to power not to jeopardize the lives of everyone in a pandemic like this, but to lead by example.
No, but, 1 second. Why is it the same response? Let me take it to Anirban and then I'll bring in MR Venkatesh as well. Why is it the same response every time, Anirban? Because, West Bengal has recorded over 20,000 cases. And, while the entire opposition also questioned the election commission and the government and on the election rallies and everything, right? But at the same time, when you have 20,000 cases in Bengal, and we've seen the situation in Kolkata, we have a little bit of an idea about the medical infrastructure and how bad the COVID situation is in Kolkata. Now, why is such a response when thousands turn up? Why is this the response every time? I'll give you an example. Isn't it true or not that the Chief Minister sat on a dharna and blocked the CBI from taking steps against former Kolkata Police Commissioner Rajiv Kumar in February 2019 in the Sarada case as well, Anirban? And then I'll get MR in.
Yes, let's understand the chronology. When the COVID situation had almost normalized in West Bengal, it was the BJP in cahoots with the Election Commission that actually stretched out the election over almost 2 months. And there were thousands of people coming in from Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Jharkhand untested for COVID, so posing as BJP supporters and workers. They gathered in rallies. The BJP leaders who came here, on a daily basis, Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Narendra Modi, they helped in spreading COVID in West Bengal. And now when the entire situation, especially in Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, has gone out of control, therefore what do you have left in your hands? Therefore you have to destroy the state that you could not win at any cost. So therefore this reaction, this emotive reaction from the Trinamool workers, because their leaders have been unethically arrested by the CBI, you cannot simply put up that picture and say that, oh, see, this is a COVID situation, what are you doing? I understand myself that these people have put their own lives at risk. But we Bengalis are an emotional community. You must understand that. It is not just the politics, not just the leaders, but we won't tolerate this constant retributive propaganda by the BJP that Bengal has turned into Pakistan. Okay. This is the place of Rohingyas. Everyone is a Bangladeshi.
Okay, hear him out.
Stigmatize us on a daily basis like this. There will be retribution.
Okay, hear him out. Anirban, hear him out. Yeah,
Stop your nonsense, Anirban. Let us listen this. Your chief minister acted in the most reckless manner.
What nonsense? What nonsense? We don't need someone from people like you.
Don't act like a bossy.
Have you maintained your own decency? I know it is difficult for you, but try to maintain some decency.
I think you people have decency. You better keep quiet about Mamta's
irresponsible. You have been booted out of West Bengal. You have been booted out. Remember that fellow panelists. Your politics has been booted out by the Bengalis. The majority of Bengalis has booted you out.
Okay.
আপনি কি বাঙালি? আমিও বাঙালি। চুপ থাকবেন। অসভ্য কোথাকার। কি বলে যাচ্ছেন? বাঙালি বাঙালি বাঙালি। What nonsense are you talking? Your chief minister asked
I am saying your politics of hatred has been booted out from Bengal. You people have been booted out. Do you get that? বাংলায় বলবো এখান থেকে পেছনে লাথি মেরে তাড়িয়ে দিয়েছে এখান থেকে ওই রাজনীতিকে ওই নোংরা রাজনীতিকে পেছনে লাথি মেরে তাড়িয়ে দিয়েছে বাংলায় বললাম নোংরা রাজনীতিকে পেছনে লাথি মেরে তাড়িয়ে দিয়েছে
And when COVID went down, I will hold Mamta responsible. Understand that. Now coming to this.
Nobody cares about you people anymore. The world is saying that Mr. Modi is responsible for this pandemic situation. Mr. Modi has presided over the biggest genocide of India. It is the international
Anirban,
Mr. Modi.
Okay, hear him out. Both of you. Yeah, go ahead.
Now listen to this. Now the BJP has to do a very great introspection. A professional course. It cannot be an incompetent nincompoop as what it turned out to be today. The third thing, now listen to this. This type of rhetorical politics of hatred, politics of incitement must seriously stop. Anirban, you are doing a great damage to your state by inciting people. And today what Mamta did was reckless.
I don't need any suggestion
Lastly, 1 minute.
Like
listen.
Hear him out.
Listen, I listen to you.
Anirban, hear him out.
Listen to this.
Anirban, hear him out.
When Kanimozhi was arrested, during 2G when she went to collect the charge sheet, none of us said that the Tamil pride is being hurt. None of us said, oh, we are an emotional people, we will burn.
Okay, once again.
We only said we will respect the law. And if you are emotional, please keep away from TV and do jump in the Mamta Banerjee's house. Please understand that. Don't come to TV and incite people. You are all acting like not emotional people but emotional fools. And I must say it on your face.
Okay, I'll let Shubir Bhowmik come. Shubir Bhowmik. No, I want to get Shubir Bhowmik in. Shubir Bhowmik and okay, Professor P.K. Basu can respond. Now, see, MR said, Professor, Subirda, he said it that even the CBI must introspect. He said even the CBI must introspect. Even the response of the Trinamool Congress should be open for introspection. Now, see, the thing is, when the BJP West Bengal had posted a list of the Narada accused leaders, including the video proof of some of its senior leaders now, which include Mukul Roy and Shuvendu Adhikari and Shubham Chatterjee in March 2016 in social media. Now, the obvious question that will be asked is, why have they gone silent on them now? Because people will ask these questions, because the tapes are on social media. I tried telling Saugata Roy that as well. The tapes are on social media. Now, you can't call one side guilty and not ask the other side and ask yourself, you know, the obvious question. Subirda, and then I'll let PK Basu come in, and Aishkaran can also come in after that.
Yeah, okay. No, actually the CBI has not really covered itself with glory. And I think our friend said that they need to do serious introspection for the very simple reason that arrests in these cases are only a last recourse thing. And they are completely blown it up. You know, they have displayed actually certain level of premeditation, meaning thereby that they have acted like biased people in this particular case. You know, these arrests were not really required because they're submitting a charge sheet, supplementary charge sheet. Well, if required, you can call them. But most important thing here is that the point that you raise. How can some people who were co-accused, accused of the very same charges, today have gone through the washing machine that BJP claims itself to be, and nothing is held against them? I mean, I know for a fact, I worked in the Sharda company as an editor, and I exactly know the role of Mr. Mukul Roy. But the point is, everything is washed away just because he has joined BJP. Now, a lot of people actually joined BJP, including the Chief Minister in Assam today, you know, because they were accused in Sharda. Everyone had serious charges against them. Point is, they are not brought to the book. Now, what kind of an investigating agency that the original investigation, that of Matthew Samuel, the Narada sting operation, puts up 6 people. Now you put up 6 people here, me, Basu, everybody, and then suddenly somebody goes and attacks Basu and I'm left out. Isn't it absolute partial behavior? So, an absolute partial behavior by agency. Let's not feign ignorance. Yeah? Okay. That politics is different,
I have 2 minutes left.
Politics and legality, I have 2 minutes left. Are connected. So here...
Yeah,
can I finish?
Okay, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I want to give... Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
30 seconds. Give him 30 seconds. Give him 30 seconds.
Okay. So, here let us not pretend, yes, fine. Just don't keep repeating it. You know, so now here the case is very clear. Politics and legality and all these agency operations are all linked. And therefore, the fact that it's all linked comes out as the skeletons tumble out of the closet, that certain people accused of the same crime by the original investigator are conveniently left out, and certain other people who belong to a different political party, and they are targeted. So here the agency's level of fairness is called to serious question, and that got exposed in the court.
Okay, Professor P.K. Basu.
The agency could not hold it up. The agency made a mess of their image. Thank you.
Well, first of all, Shubham Chattopadhyay is in the BJP, or at least was in the BJP for a very long time during this election. And he is among the 4 being investigated today.
Not anymore.
As well.
Not anymore.
So, it is not just TMC people have been. Anyway,
not anymore.
Second point, I want to just respond to what Shubin Bhowmik said previously with regard to. I would like to just respond to one other thing he said about the second wave of coronavirus. Let me point out that the second wave of coronavirus, even the Economist magazine says, started in Maharashtra. For the first 39 days of the second wave, every single day, more than half the cases of coronavirus were in Maharashtra state, ruled by an opposition coalition, where Sachin Vaze was involved in the arrest of Arnab Goswami. He was involved in the placing of bombs outside Mukesh Ambani's house, and now he has been proven to be involved in an extortion racket that was aimed at keeping restaurants and bars
What's your point?
which is precisely what caused the second wave to start in Maharashtra. So why is Supreme Court and all of these so-called journalists are ignoring the fact that Maharashtra is where the second wave began? First 39 days, every day,
Professor Basu,
half the cases in the country.
I just want to bring in, I'll give Ishkaran 30 seconds and I'll give him the last word. He hasn't spoken much. I'll give him 30 seconds and then we can end the debate. Ishkaran, you've been hearing the arguments,
Niranjan, just
go ahead.
2 short points. One, the
After ending 30 seconds.
The CBI must introspect today because arrests which they can't justify in court weaken its ability to investigate and arrest further. And secondly, let no politician come and say we had an emotional response and do violence, because that is not as per the law or the Constitution of India.
That's
so
the
I
point.
hope they will keep their emotions in check.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Thank you, Shaina, MR, Professor Basu, Ishkaran, Ranjan, Anirban and Subirda. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on the debate. And at 10 p.m. we have a live broadcast, a special broadcast as Cyclone Tauktae makes landfall in Gujarat. We're being joined by experts at SkyMet and a team of reporters on the ground in Gujarat and Maharashtra. Stay tuned.